Fáilte Rómha Cóide, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Once again, we're back in Brafey House Resort in Castlebar for part 2 of the Mayo People of the Year Awards, honouring people that have done tremendous work within their own communities. Now, the awards are sponsored by the Connacht Telegraph newspaper, Rehab Care and Mayo County Council.
Originally, the Connacht Telegraph with Tom Gillespie founded these awards with Kevin Burke, who's a guest here tonight, and the whole idea behind them was to get some recognition for rehab care and to raise funding for rehab care, which would be invested in the rehab care facility on the Brafey Road. That's been happening for the last 27 years, and a lot of good work has gone on there with new buses supplied, new kitchens installed, new technology and new equipment. And I suppose over the years it took on a life of its own, based on the fact that the quality of the awards was rested upon the quality of the recipients, and every single individual, every single group that has had an award tonight and over the past 27 years are worthy and worthwhile winners.
And of course you also get very involved with the nominations, and you print the nomination forms and get right up to the very end organising the event.
Yeah. We're grateful to have Mayo County Council on board as a sponsor, and the support that they have given these awards for the last number of years has been insurmountable. For us, we're as a media outlet, we have the facility to promote this. We can promote it in print in the paper, and recently our growing Facebook and digital audiences allow us to more or less within a matter of minutes put a message out there. So we're a good fit to promote this, and that's a big help as well in getting entrants involved. And the other side of it is the printed side, where we sponsor the entry forms, we sponsor the menus, we sponsor the tickets. But you know, it's an easy call because it's all in a good for a good cause.
Just one other thing I want to ask you, in that the Diaspora Award is very special at these awards, where we don't forget our immigrants abroad.
Yeah, they're never forgotten. I mean, we all know the absolute hundreds of thousands of people that have had to immigrate in hard times, harder times than we've had now. But there again, we've had really good people who made it easier for those that followed to take up a job or a position or get looked after abroad. This year's Diaspora Award, International Award, very well earned from Chicago. And that's a feature of the awards and has been for the 27 years. So well done to all those who've gone away and haven't forgotten about where they've come from.
You got a special Diaspora Award for the work you've done for Mayo people going to Chicago. Tell me about some of that kind of work.
Well, you know, the Mitchells, Castlebar Mitchells came out, and I got a phone call, and I was right there. I took them around, took them downtown, took them to the White Sox Park, took them to the racetrack, because I work part-time at Hawthorne Racetrack in Chicago. And the Mitchells were very good. The boxing team, Mike Howard was from Ballina, he was in charge of the boxing team. He gave me a call, took them all over the place, and anybody that knocked on my door from Castlebar or County Mayo, come on in.
You're retired now, and you're still very active in connecting with your connections with Mayo and people going to Chicago.
Right, I'm very active. Blackie Gavin, he's always gives me a buzz. So-and-so's coming out, pick him up at the airport. No problem whatsoever. It's the same thing, my family is the same way. It's the same way with my family. But anybody that comes from Castlebar, I don't care what part of Castlebar they come from, I take care of them.
And when you first heard about this award, you were going to get Diaspora Award, how did you feel? And what was going through your head?
I couldn't believe it. This young lady called Marie Breslin called me, and she said, am I speaking to Mickey Garvey? And beyond, as you know yourself, there are a lot of scammers, so you don't say yes, you know what I mean? So I said, who am I speaking to? So she said, my name is so-and-so, and I'm with the committee for the Diaspora Award. And I said, you are? So I said, what happened? Well, Kevin Guthrie put your name in, and you've been chosen as the Mayo Person of the Year. And I said, well, that's fantastic.
And you came home especially for it?
My son and I came home especially for it, right.
I hope you have a great night.
Right, and thank you very much. It's great to come home.
very special night for us in memory of our mom, Martina Loftus, who passed away in 2014. And she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately she passed away a month later. So she was 57, so for her 60th birthday she was a real social butterfly and a party bopper. So we decided that we would have a party in honour of her 60th birthday, and that was when the Martina Loftus Memorial Fund was born. So we decided to have a charity event in Ball, and we had a concert by the Willoughby Brothers, and we had raised money for the Mayo Roscommon Hospice, who were very close to our hearts. They helped us out through our dark days near the mom's time, and then the following, it was such a success, we raised over 16,500 was donated that year. And then the following year we decided that we would go for it again, and we ran the same concert again for the high demand, and we raised 12,500 and we donated that to Rock Rose House. And some say third time lucky, we said we go for it again, and we ran it third year in a row. And this year we nominated Rock Rose House again, and we donated over 6,000 to them. So overall in 3 years we raised 33,000 for services that were very close to our heart during a difficult time in our life. And our memory lives on. 5 years later, we're still
your mum
here.
would be very proud of you now.
She would. There's 7 of us and our dad, and we're a very close family together.
And you have a lot of family here tonight.
Yes, we have great support, and a lot of people around Ball supported it all, so without them we wouldn't have done it.
And do you intend to run another concert in the foreseeable future?
Yes, this year we said we'd take a break, and definitely there's a future in the Martina Loftus Memorial Night.
Great. Of course, it's such a worthy cause, the money you raised.
Absolutely. We were there recently at the opening of the Mayo Roscommon Hospice unit, and you need to be there to appreciate, the services that are there when you need them.
So looking forward to tonight.
Yes, we're looking forward to a great night, and we're going to party in her honour.
Cornerstone of the organisation is the volunteers, and without volunteers the organisation is absolutely nothing. So there's a huge thank you to all the volunteers who quite unselfishly night after night, week after week, go out there and support all victims of crime throughout the whole country. And we have, I suppose, we're quite unique insofar as that we provide a home visit. We also have the national helpline as well, and we also take referrals from the Garda Victims offices around the country, of which there are 28 Garda Victims offices around the country. I have to say that the Garda Victims office in Swinford, that's marshalled by Mr. Brendan Walsh down there, Garda Brendan Walsh, that is the best Garda Victims office in the country. Now, sadly tonight, Michael O'Connor is missing. He's after having an operation there, double bypass. So as we speak tonight, he's in the Beacon Hospital in Dublin under the best care that a man could possibly get. Michael is the actual coordinator of the organisation and has been national coordinator for the last year and a half, and prior to that he's been coordinator for in excess of 20 years. So he is the first responder that always comes and speaks and listens to the victim over the telephone. So he's got the most important job in the organisation by any measure.
Now, the headquarters for the national organisation is in Kilchamaw, and you're the administrator there.
That's right, Henry. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there a year now. I have my own story. My own story was that 2008 I had lost everything with the economic crisis in a really bad way. I had a breakdown. Nearly became a statistic. Spent a couple of really, really bad years trying to get myself back. Tried to set up a business again, couldn't do that, couldn't get a job. Had a couple of really bad years, and then last year I was looking to see could I get back, and victim assistance, I saw they had a job advertised and I applied. I looked up their website and I thought, this is great. I never knew they existed. They took a chance on me, they got me back. I've had a fantastic year. I've had a chance to work with the finest people you could work with. This man here, Tom and Michael, are two fantastic people. They give up their time every night. They give up their time to go and help people that were like me. I've had a year. I've got inside there. I've got to see how they work, the commitment that they have and the dedication. And it's all about the victim. They don't care where they have to go. if they have to go to the top of Donegal Hall tomorrow morning, they'll go to the top of Donegal Hall tomorrow if somebody's in trouble.
And Tom, if people want more information now about victim assistance, they might not know about you yet around the country, what can they do?
Well, the significant helpline number that we have is 1800 277 477. That's a hugely important number for anybody to have in their wallet or have it in their pocket someplace, because like if you take all those wonderful people that are here tonight and everybody's happy and everybody's content, but nobody ever knows when their turn is to become a victim. And you'll never need us until something goes wrong. And that's when somebody will say, who can help me? Where can I get help? Because when people are in distress, they find it very hard to focus their attention on where can we get that help. Well, let me tell everybody that we never say no, and we respond to every single person that needs help around this country, and we're delighted to do so. And as I said, our main office is in Aidan Street in Kilshamach. We're expanding that office. Sadly enough, we have to expand it next February because the need is so great. And just for me to say as well that if you take all the secondary schools and universities around this country, the amount of difficulties that students are engaging through bullying and all the different all the different types of crime and different things that's going on. And you know, we need all the stakeholders in this country to get together and to recognise that the victims out there need more and more help. But we're there to support the victims.
We have come through an amazing experience by mounting a most unusual exhibition at Ballina, a famine exhibition. Quite unlike modern times, this was done on panels of photographs with script and with amazing artifacts in the room, which Paul will speak about in a moment. No electronics, no buttons to press, just read the story. And it went on for a period of what, Paul, 6 months, I think, over the winter. It was a great attraction to school children and tourists in Ballina, and we are deeply honoured by Rehab and by the Connaught Telegraph and Mayo County Council for this nomination for an award. We're very thankful indeed.
Paul, this famine exhibition for which you're getting the award for tonight, it was in Ballina for 6 months. Where was it exhibited?
Well, it was based down in the municipal district office. They were very kind to give us the facility for free. The exhibition itself, we needed a big space, and that was probably the biggest space in town that we could use. I suppose the boards themselves were quite easy. You put them up on the wall, they were small enough, but we really wanted to give a feel for the time and the era. So we got a lot of different artefacts from different places. So we got the Drumore West workhouse donated a lot of stuff lent us a lot of stuff. And some of the stuff we got from there was fantastic. Like the weighing scales just had to be seen. It was massive. We also got the farm in Colasser. They also gave us a lot of stuff. And plus they were there they kind of waited around to explain the different things to people as they were going through. And this whole thing, I suppose, for us anyways, since I've been in the club, it was the first big educational project we ever took on, and it was brilliant to see like all the school kids, all the national schools going in, some of the secondary schools went in, and like I'm saying, it was very, very easy to digest. So you could, from maybe 9-10 years up, you could take it all in and you kind of get a lot of understanding for it. So yeah.
How important was it for you and Lions Club to take on this project, and why did you want to do it?
Because like any organisation, Henry, after a number of years, you want to grow up beyond being a fundraiser, beyond being, say, Henry, will you put a penny in the can, you know? You want to do something in the community that is meaningful, and education to us is huge. History is huge. And I'm going to get my plug in. They must not abolish history on the educational programmes in Ireland. Please don't do it. So to us, for school children to know what had happened, it's only 100 years ago and a little bit more since this happened. This was a disaster. This was a terrible moment in Ireland.
How are you both feeling about this award tonight?
We are thrilled. We're very, very honoured. We have brought a large number of people. I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 30 people, especially because we recognise that those who give these awards and who make the judgments, and those like the Connaught Telegraph, like Mayo County Council, like Rehab, they make a big effort. And you too, sir, and all your people with you, you give a profile to us and to County Mayo, which we're very fond of. So we're very honoured to be here. And receive it.
And a county we're very proud of.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the night, folks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
Thank you.
So we're 50 years strong this year. We had a big night there in August to celebrate it. And we actually got a lot of people to come back from as far away as Hong Kong and New York, who were former swimmers of the club, to attend on the night. So it's a big celebration for us.
You have a lot of volunteer help as well in the club, don't you?
The club is run completely on volunteers. When the club started 50 years ago, it was based on the whole idea of volunteers, and that has continued today. The entire committee, all the coaching staff, completely voluntary. They're all licensed coaches. They don't take any money or anything for it. This allows us the club to be quite affordable. So we're probably one of the cheapest in Connacht, if not the country, for swimmers. So nobody gets ruled out. If you know what I mean. They can all afford to join it and become a member.
Of course, a lot of gala competitions as well. It's always done well as Kilmore's Swimming Club at various competitions. You had a big gala recently. You're a horse from it now.
Completely hoarse, so I apologise. We had the Connacht Short Course Championships. They were held in the new pool here in Castlebar last weekend. It was 3 days, so there was a lot of cheering and shouting, so that's why my voice is gone.
How did they do? Well,
they did very well, yeah, extremely well. We had goals and PBs all around. It was really, really a brilliant meet. Very well organised. It was good.
And how are you feeling about receiving this award tonight?
I'm delighted. I'm chairperson of the club for the last 4 years now, and over the last number of years we've achieved quite a bit in a 4-year period. We went for the Swim Ireland Club Mark 3 years ago and we got it. Last year we were the Regional Club of the Year for Connacht, and this year we were quite busy now as well as running the club, and like myself and Yvonne are also coaches, so we have to set out the coaching plan for the year. We had to come up with the 50th anniversary celebrations and a few things around that, and to be awarded this tonight is just, I suppose, tops it off. It's the crown on top of it this year, I think, yes.
We had a qualifier up in Longford. We played 3 very strong teams, Longford, Donegal and who's the other one? Midlands, yeah. Tough games. The girls played out of the skin that day. Come through, topped the group, won all their games, qualified for Limerick then, and on that day then we had to play another 3 games in the same day. Galway in the last game. We beat Galway, what was it, 2-0 in the last game to win the cup, so yeah.
What does this mean now for the club, the Mayo Club?
It's great recognition that the girls in this county can compete with the very, very best in Ireland, and that's the way it should be. And we would look forward that in years to come it would be the same.
Would you see potential national footballers on this team?
Absolutely. A lot of the girls that we would have had in the past number of years have all went on to play National League under 17, should that be with Sligo Rovers or Galway. And there's certainly huge potential in this squad as well, yeah.
Would you like to see more girls playing soccer here in the county? I know Gaelic's so strong here.
Oh yes, I would. Soccer is just outstanding. Like, they need it, so they do. Gaelic, like, as much sport as they can play, I'd advise them to play it.
What kind of clubs do these young players come from?
Okay, we had 12 different clubs: Castlebar Celtic, Castlebar Town, Ballinrobe, Kilmurray, Killala, Ballinrobe, Con Rangers. We've had, where are the other girls from?
Westport, Eris, Kiltimanock, Swinford.
Ballyhane as well.
Ballyhane, yeah.
Congratulations, a fantastic win for Mayo and the other 12 team as well. And well done to the coach and manager as well, because without the likes of ye, it doesn't happen either for them. But the players do so much as well. And they have a great night indeed.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. I've been fundraising for Western Alzheimer's for the past 3 years, and I suppose what started me off was my nana has had Alzheimer's for many years. So 3 years ago she went into a nursing home in County Down in Banbridge. So this year I decided I'd go bigger and better than the years before, and I organised Ray Lynham the Hillbillies in the Cascourt Hotel in September. My dad was a member of the band when he was younger, and I was delighted it raised over 15,000, so that's how I got my award.
It was an incredible night, wasn't it? The Ray Lynham, the Hillbillies, the original band back together, and your dad, of course, famous musician, producer, John Ryan.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. You know, I knew Dad was big back in the day, but like to sell out the Cascourt with over 600 tickets 2 weeks prior to the concert was amazing.
You're a beautician by profession.
Yeah, so I'm a beautician in Tirla Hair and Beauty just outside Castlebar here. So last year's fundraiser was actually a waxathon. So I raised €3,719, and basically we got lads from our local GA club in Kilmina to put their hair on the line for Alzheimer's. So it was great to be able to actually use my trade in a fundraiser as well, you know.
And there's so much great work going on with Alzheimer's, isn't there?
There is, yeah, and Western Alzheimer's, they're brilliant. You know, they're a non-profit organisation, and they actually started out in 1994 in Claremorris in just a respite home, which was just a 4-bedroom house in Claremorris. And they provide lots of support in the communities across Mayo, Galway and Roscommon, and they focus a lot on the carers and giving back to them as well. So it's about letting people go and get their break and taking the people into respite or letting them go to a daycare centre. So everyone who is experiencing you could say the surroundings and whatever of Alzheimer's are kind of being let go as well.
And your dad's here tonight and the family members?
Yeah, I have the whole family here bar my little brother. He's actually in Dublin picking up his All-Ireland Fresher Award for Gaelic football with St. Pat's from last year, so he's missing out. I have my sister Janine, my boyfriend Craig and my friend Sarah Lavelle that actually nominated me. And then I've represented us from Western Alzheimer's, Dee Walsh as well, so it's great.
So looking forward to a great night.
Yeah, a long night.
So we took off from Lourdes in the south of France, and we cycled all the way up through the west part of France, across the English Channel, up through England, across Wales, across the Irish Sea, and from Dublin down to Mayo. And we did that in 5 days. Yeah, just short of 400 kilometres per day.
It must have been incredible.
Look, it was hard, but it was fun, and we had our ups and downs, and look, we're tired and cranky, and you know, they're long day cycling. We're cycling 16, 17, 18 hours a day. Up at 4 in the morning, out on the bikes at 5, and then you just cycle to your destination. And 2 of our destination were boats, and we just had to get there, and we just barely scraped it every single time, but we got there.
Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe not the same route, but next year we're going around Ireland. We're going to do the 32 counties in about 6 or 7 days, which is about 300 kilometres a day. So we're going to try and hit every county in Ireland, north and south. So we're going to do something every single year for as long as we can.
And of course your fellow cyclists and friends are here tonight as well.
Yeah, all the cyclists. Maurice Dorr, who came down from Mullingar tonight, Jonathan Verry, who's over in Crossmolina, Gary Bigley from Culchima, and then all the way from London every single time, Jerry Boots. And then we have our support people, Martin Conlon, Liz Conlon, and then the guys from the Down Syndrome charity, Adrian Doherty and Linda Campbell, and the rest of the crew. So nice support, yeah.
Well, look, have a great night tonight, and well deserved. It was a fantastic undertaking, and the money you raised for charity as well.
Thank you very much, and it was great that 33,000 went to 2 very good causes, and we're delighted. And like every single trip we do are self-financed, self-funded. So every single penny we raise from all the donators, all the contributors, went to the 2 charities.
Once again, congratulations to all the award winners, and as you can see, a packed house, a great event, and we're certainly looking forward to 2020 Mayo People of the Year Awards. Now don't forget, after the break we're heading over to Manchester to join Martin Logan, and I look forward to your company next week at the same time. So until then, slán go fóill.